Yo, what is going on, boys? Today I have a crazy video for you, but first off, I'm gonna go ahead and say make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, turn noties on, and let's get this popping. Okay, there's been a very big video made by the name of Exalted. He pretty much does a lot of the exposing pros cheating videos, and his most recent video, he does a video exposing Reet of using the Cronus Zen. Now, if any of you who just saw my video that I made not even 2-3 weeks ago, you'll see that the Cronus Zen is still being developed. It's not fully solidified with everything that it can do. It actually has unlimited possibilities, but I've never seen any sort of Cronus Zen video that allows the aimbot that he claims. I'm not going to go too far into that because I have other examples as to why I don't think he uses the Cronus Zen, nor do I think he uses anything related to Collective Minds. So Collective Minds is the one who makes the Zen. They also make strike packs. There's also a Cronus Max. There's a lot of different stuff that Collective Minds makes that's known to give you better aim. I'm going to go ahead and start by saying that Reet plays on a Sens that is very heavy for flicking up, and it helps you give more headshots. Now, during this video right here, Exalted was claiming that he was aimbotting in this video, and I don't really think so, because this season was such a controller season that like some keyboarders might not even realize. The best thing about being on keyboard is the fact that you can box fight 10 times better. Now, this controller season, it had those crash pads, and that made it so easy to get in on a box. And when you have confidence and you have the physique to get in people's boxes and hit your shots, that really just comes with a level of experience and confidence. The biggest thing about solos, and a lot of people don't know this, is the fact that if you're not confident in this, you will not do well. And he has had good placements before this, so pertaining with all of that, included with just the confidence that he is carrying in this, he's gonna do well. And it's like, keyboarders cheat just as much as controller players do, and that is a huge problem with itself. But I physically don't think that Reet is cheating in this video, or has he ever. Now, he did claim that you do have a bunch of placements that went from 1500 to 2000, and then he won a cash cup, and then he went back to placing bad. Well, I think there's a lot of people out there who have had bad placements, and then it just suddenly clicks for them. If you look at cash cups, it's literally 90% mental. If you could keep a good mental, you're gonna have good cash cups. In this video, he just gets in boxes because he's able to. Now he's adapted, and he honestly still hits 40 pumps. He still hits bad shots. It's annoying because aimbot, you're gonna hit 100% of your shots for the max damage all the time. There are keyboard toggles whenever you play keyboard that help you, and you can actually spoof your aim at times that you want. That is a very popular thing that these keyboarders do. Controller players, you cannot toggle it on controller. I've already went into that. If you know otherwise, you're a fucking cheater. Second of all, when I bought the Cronus Zen, I didn't buy it thinking, oh, I'm gonna go into these tournaments and I'm gonna go cheat and I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go blow up off of it. I didn't have that intention. I specifically wanted to buy it because I knew I was switching to content videos, and it gave me something to use, and the video is actually doing pretty well. So if you haven't gone and watched that, go watch it. But like I said, when I did all this research and I did all this learning on this Cronus Zen, there was one problem that I spent at least 2 weeks trying to figure out. And so pretty much every script on the Cronus Zen until most recently, there has never been an option to use touchpad. And that is a huge problem for me, especially because I edit with touchpad, that I didn't want to switch to this thing nor try it if I couldn't use my normal binds. I had to switch to left stick just to like get used to it, kind of. And I looked on Reddit, I looked on their Discord, I looked everywhere for a script that allowed you to use touchpad. So I finally put a claim in their Discord server saying, hey, I'm trying to use this touchpad to edit, can someone help me out? Well, one of the guys named Dogs Fighter, who is probably the most popular in that Discord for making Fortnite scripts, he didn't respond to me specifically, but he eventually posted one of these scripts, and he created on the script the ability to use touchpad instead of the back button. So when you would plug in your PS4 controller, your share button would be considered your back button on the Xbox. So the Cronus Zen registers as an Xbox controller no matter what. It'll register as Xbox 360. That's the easiest way to hook it up whenever you are on... Oh my god. That is the easiest way to hook it up when you are on PC. Reet obviously plays PC, he doesn't play PS4, and he also uses a Scuff Infinity controller. You see his touchpad edit, he does use generic binds, but he still uses his touchpad, and I'm pretty sure he's been on those same binds for the longest time now. And also to credit, he has also been on the same sends for such a long time. If you look at the best controller players out there, they don't ever change their sensitivity. Their sensitivities, they've got it down, they've got their mechanics down. The guy's literally been on the same stuff for the longest time. And one person I can really relate to when it comes to that was Wavy Jacob. Wavy Jacob had that season in solos where he was hitting 200 pumps every time. Okay? No one accused him of cheating. Everyone knows his mechanics were just wavy mechanics. And that's just kind of how it went. He was still the GOAT. Everyone still supported him. No one ever accused him of cheating. And there's a lot to credit right there, because once someone does good, the first thing that we do as people is, oh, this is too good to be true. And there are times where it is. There's been numerous actions on Fortnite of people cheating, getting caught teaming. You know all the stories if you keep up with Fortnite, and if you keep up with Fortnite, there's a reason you're watching this video. Exalted also mentioned in one of the parts of his video, I'm not gonna show it just because I don't really know him and I don't want him copywriting me. I don't think he would, but I just want to kind of stay away from that. There's a part in Exalted's video where it shows Arab coaching one of the EU pros, and it's during the Stark season. No, credit, it is the Midas season. The Midas season with the drum gun and the scar, and linear aim assist was broken. Now, when that linear aim assist was broken, so was Exponential's. Exponential's aim assist was literally just as good, probably even stronger, but the linear hip fire, you guys know, if any of you who played linear, you guys know how broken that was. So it made it really easy to not carry a shotgun because of how OP that drum gun was or that scar was. I'm pretty sure most of our kills did not come from shotguns that season unless you were a keyboarder, but even keyboarders abused it. So I feel like to a certain point you can claim all this stuff, but at the same time, if you don't constantly keep up with the stuff that you're trying to talk about, you're gonna have a problem, because the Zen has been a huge problem with touchpad editing for the longest time. And if you go look on your Reddits or their Discords or whatever, you'll see how many people have complained about not being able to use touchpad. I've even tried to look up how to use touchpad on the Cronus Zen on YouTube. No one's made a video on it, and it's because no one knew how for the longest time. So if any of you made it to the end of this video, no, I don't think Reet uses a Zen. I'm not counting out that he can't be using any other things. A lot of controller players use the timer res, or they use the controller overclock. Shoot, he could even be using scroll wheel reset. But you can't discredit someone because of how good they've gotten and how much money they've got, just because you have some sort of accusations, and you can't say that your proof isn't proof. So, and for anyone who claiming, oh, you're just a fan of Reet, you know, I honestly didn't like Reet for like a good time there, because of the way he acted in situations where he just like, it made him uncomfortable. So don't come at me with that. I try to be real about stuff, and I'm not completely oblivious to cheaters being in this game. But right there, you see he missed a bunch of shots on that. If you go ahead and look at 30 clips of him hitting a 200 pump, yeah, it's gonna be like, oh dude, that guy's cheating. But then you get the real list of, oh, you know what, this was in 3 days worth of stuff. He hit that many 200 pumps. Sounds like a normal controller player. Controller players hit so many 200 pumps, and his sends that he's been on this longest time, it only makes sense. The guy's mechanics are literally crazy. To a certain point, you're still not going to get the satisfaction you're looking for with a Zen if you don't have game sense. So obviously he was grinding, he was doing all that stuff. You can't just make assumptions over something that you technically don't have proof. And when someone's got the mechanics and mindset and the skill level of someone like this guy, you can't just instantly make accusations. He misses so many shots if you go watch him. Obviously he's gonna hit like crazy shots. He plays Expo. He's been on the same since forever. And on top of that, he's a claw player. The top 4 best controller players in Fortnite, even the top 5, and we're not even counting creative, they all play claw. So if any of you who don't play claw and you're trying to get better at this game, there's got to be some sort of sign there. And the angles this guy plays and just the constant maneuvers and finessing he does on his opponents, it's just something that you can really just admire and learn to appreciate. Not everyone in this world is gonna like you, not everyone in this world is gonna be happy for your success, but at the same time, you gotta just accept that sometimes facts are facts, and when you put this many hours into a game, you can't just assume someone's cheating. It's not right. It makes you look bad, and you're using your followage to build some sort of negative aspect upon someone's life. You got to be careful. When there's full proof about someone cheating, then it's okay to actually go and start this. But when you just make accusations and you have all these followers, you can't be doing that. And that's one thing that I didn't like with Reet when he started blowing up. He started kind of acting some type of way when it came to certain things, and it made him look terrible, and it would also get these other people hated for no reason too. So you get what you give. Everything will come to bite you in the butt, and if this kid actually gets caught really cheating, I'll definitely admit my wrongs, but I don't think he's cheating. I don't think he is. I think he's way too smart of a player, and on top of that, I don't think he really needs it based off his skill level. He gets to play with the best pros all the time, and if you watch this dude play Zone Wars one time, you're gonna be like, dude, this kid literally takes the craziest angles, and he's one of the best controller fighters there will ever be. So that is it for me. Everyone, like and subscribe. Use code Kevy in the Fortnite item shop. I'm out of here. Peace.